Back with another cake decorating video for you today. My customer ordered a 2-tier cake, but she didn't need a lot of servings, so we went with a 6-inch on the bottom and a 4-inch on top. Here I'm adding 3 boba straws to support the weight of the top tier. Normally I would add a dowel down the center of the cake to support it during travel, but this one wasn't traveling very far and she wanted the top tier to be easily removable to be the smash cake because it's for a 1-year-old's party. All my decorations were made out of fondant, which I colored a very light pink and a darker pink. These Baroque embellishments I'm adding here were actually really difficult to work with. Because of the super fine details, they're very delicate, but a little tip is to put your fondant in the mold and then leave it for about 10 to 15 minutes to kind of harden up a little bit, and they'll be a lot easier to work with. To create a gold paint for your fondant, just add a tiny bit of lemon extract to some gold luster dust. Here I'm adding a gold border to the frame with the little girl's name on it. If you're going to do something like this, I'd recommend adding that first and then putting the frame on the cake. This method really did not work out well and was really difficult to do. I jump around a lot on the cake because these Baroque details need to sit in the mold for a while so I can handle them without breaking them. I wanted the Baroque detailing to go all the way around the top of both tiers and then a pearl detailing for the bottom of each tier. I used a silicone mold to make the pearl details, which I think turned out really pretty. The customer's inspo photo was actually an AI picture, and it had some texture on the cake that looked like flowers, but I couldn't really identify what it was. So using a silicone mold and some fondant, I made all these cute little flowers and placed them all over the cake similar to the AI photo. The inspo picture had some blue flowers as well, so I added a couple of those. She wanted to incorporate a tiny bit more gold than the inspo picture, so I painted the center of those flowers gold with my luster dust. I wanted to add just a few more flowers to the bottom tier, and then I moved on to finishing the top tier. These Baroque details were difficult to work with, but they were so worth it because it adds the most beautiful elegance to the cake. Of course, I got to add a bunch of flowers to the top tier as well. I have all my favorite molds linked in my Amazon storefront if you're interested in these ones. Then very slowly and painfully, I added some pearls to the top and bottom tier, using tweezers as always because I don't know any better way. If you do, please let me know down in the comments. I wasn't liking how the roses were looking on the frames of the cake, so I swapped those out for a prettier flower. Next thing I wanted to do was cover the front of the cake board with some ribbon. The easiest way I found to do this is to use some double-sided tape, which you stick down to the cake board first and then put your 1/2-inch ribbon on top. I used to use a glue gun for this, but double-sided tape is way easier. And of course, no princess cake is complete without a crown for the top. The inspo picture had a lot of florals all over it, but I didn't want to overwhelm my cake because it was much smaller, so I only added 2 small roses. This is one of my favorite cakes yet. I am so happy with how it turned out, and best of all, the customer absolutely loved it.